You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
Korea's biggest financial sector job fair just wrapped, with a record 82 companies and banks recruiting. Venture investment in AI and chips just hit an all-time high, 8.9 trillion won, about $6.34 billion in 6 months. SK Hynix just unveiled a dream chip and approved a record 40 trillion won buyback, about $28.65 billion. And Hanwha just landed Korea's first ever weapons export to the U.S. Army. It's Thursday, August 20th. Let's look at what this means for job seekers and graduates in Korea. Korea's job market is splitting in two right now, booming in chips, defense, and AI-linked startups, while broader hiring stays cautious. This week's financial sector job fair drew the largest crowd in its 9-year history, a sign of just how competitive entry-level finance jobs have become. At the same time, record venture funding into AI and semiconductors is creating a separate, fast-growing hiring track outside the traditional corporate path. Here's what the numbers show. 82 financial institutions, including new entrants Toss Bank, Hana Securities, and KB Capital, recruited at Thursday's job fair, the largest turnout since it began in 2017. Korea's first-half venture investment hit 8.87 trillion won, about $6.34 billion, up 54.3% from a year earlier, with AI and ICT services drawing the largest single share at 1.86 trillion won, or about $1.33 billion. Early-stage companies under 3 years old took in 1.83 trillion won, about $1.31 billion, up 56.4%. SK Hynix approved a 40 trillion won buyback, about $28.65 billion, while unveiling a hybrid memory technology it's calling a dream chip. Hanwha Aerospace won a $100 million initial U.S. Army contract for K9 howitzers, with total potential value near $263 million. Overnight, U.S. bond yields spiked, and Philadelphia's semiconductor index fell nearly 5%, dragging Samsung and SK Hynix shares down sharply Thursday. A reminder that even booming sectors carry real volatility. So what does this mean for job seekers and graduates in Korea? Earlier, we said Korea's biggest financial sector job fair just wrapped, with a record 82 companies recruiting. Here's what that actually means for you. Entry-level competition in finance is intensifying, but strong on-site interview performance can now skip you past document screening in later hiring rounds. If you're targeting tech or defense, record venture funding and Hanwha's new U.S. export deal point to genuine hiring growth in AI, chips, and defense manufacturing, even as the broader white-collar market stays tight. Watch the government's plan to hold the financial job fair twice a year starting next year, including a session outside Seoul aimed at wider access. That's today's AI Prism, students and grads. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a WAN-IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.